Hello and welcome back to the Shed Geek Podcast. Here's a message from our studio sponsor. Let's be real. Running a shed business today isn't just about building great sheds. The industry is changing fast. We're all feeling the squeeze, competing for fewer buyers while expectations keep climbing. And yet, I hear from many of you that you are still juggling spreadsheets, clunky software, or disconnected systems. You're spending more time managing chaos than actually growing your business. That's why I want to talk to you about our studio sponsor, ShedPro. If you're not already using them, I really think you should check them out. ShedPro combines your 3D configurator, point of sale, RTO contracts, inventory, deliveries, and dealer tools all in one platform. They even integrate cleanly into our Shed Geek marketing solutions. From website lead to final delivery, you can quote, contract, collect payment, and schedule delivery in one clean workflow. No more double entries, no more back and forth chaos. Quoting is faster, orders are cleaner. And instead of chasing down paperwork, you're actually running your business. And if you mention Shed Geek, you'll get 25% off all setup fees. Check it out at shedpro.co/ShedGeek. Thank you, ShedPro, for being our studio sponsor, and honestly, for building something that helps the industry.
Welcome back to another episode of the Shed Geek Podcast, here from Metropolis, Illinois, on an absolutely beautiful, sunny, temperate day. Spring is just so nice to be here, both for the weather and for the shed sales that we know are going to start rolling in. Before we get going here, just a couple ways to stay plugged in with us. Of course, the Shed Geek call-in line, aka Shannon's cell phone number. Feel free to use and abuse that. That is 618-309-3648. The email here at Shedgate, shedgeekinfo@shedgeek.com. Of course, we have contact forms on the website. And for anyone out there listening, we are really trying to make a point to continue to say the Plain Community call-in line. Make sure that if you have a neighbor, if you're hearing this, if you're a hauler and you deliver to any Plain Community customers, just pass it off to them. It is 330-997-3055. Again, that is 330-997-3055. As always, go and check us out on Facebook and in the Shed Sales Professionals page, which incidentally is a place where my guest today is very active and is doing a lot of good work for people. I can't wait to tell you about that. That is Caleb Becker. He will be joining us here in just 1 second. But first, I want to talk about our partners over at Velocity 360. Of course, as you all know, they are the exclusive CRM provider of Shed Geek and the Shed Geek Media Network. And similarly to today's guest, they just speak shed. It's that simple. No overblown technical language, just what works for your business. You know, this is a personal mantra of Joe. He says it to me on phone calls, video calls, even in emails. He'll say, I just want to do what works. And that's how I am. And I love him for it. I appreciate him so much. And that really is how they do business at Velocity 360. As you probably know, you've heard him say before, they are salesmen first. They were door-to-door book sales. I mean, how much more of a sales job can you have than cold knocking on somebody's door while they're trying to get through their day? The point is, they know what works, they know how to close, and they help you and your sales team convert more leads in less time and without the hassle of searching for that yellow notepad or trying to find where you saved that spreadsheet or, gosh, you just have to hope that spreadsheet did not, wind up in the mystery wonderland of your of not saving properly on your computer, right? But the best thing of all is that this is Velocity 360 is offering a turnkey solution. This is fully configured out of the box with all of the workflows, automations, and reporting that are proven to work in this industry. And with their true white glove experience, you don't have to worry about is the data, are the contacts, the leads, even the prior sales, all that data that you have in your current tech stack. Their true white glove experience is going to make it so that all that is migrated seamlessly It is operating from day one. So if you want to know more about Velocity 360, obviously you can always reach out to myself or Shannon here at Shed Geek. We'd be happy to make that connection. Or if you would like to go to www.velocity360crm.com, you can go to them directly, fill out the form. Just be sure to tell them the Shed Geek sent you. So, all that having been said, whew, I feel like that's a lot of air to use in the first 90 seconds. All that being said, I am so happy to introduce the guest today, Mr. Caleb Becker, coming to us from Newfoundland, Canada. Um, Coming to us actually on a 2.5 hour time difference, which I believe is one of those unique things about Newfoundland because it is so far out to the east that you actually get that extra hour. So, Caleb, welcome. It's obviously 2.5 hours later in the day for you than it is for me here, but welcome to the Shed Geek podcast, and man, introduce yourself. I'm sure everybody's seen you on the Shed Sales Professionals page, but give us the gusto, my friend.
Awesome. Well, Cord, well, thanks for having me. Glad to be able to be here and spend this time here with you. So yeah, like you say, I'm in Newfoundland in Canada. So it's an island out here in the Atlantic Ocean. And I'm a dealer, shed dealer up this way, and the founder of Digital Shed.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I have come to know you through your videos on the Shed Sales Professionals page, and I guess a little bit through you and I working through technical difficulties before we got the podcast going. But I've really come to know you through a screen, and through your kind of straightforward delivery, and just really, I don't want to make it seem too easy because there's a lot of thought and a lot of work that goes into these things, but really straightforward and simple and effective techniques and strategies that you are presenting on Shed Sales Professional. So I guess maybe give us a little background, because obviously it takes time to work up to all of those, to be able to give easy solutions. You usually have probably gone through and figured out how some of the harder solutions, or even things that didn't work in the first place. So what got you to where you are today? What got you to Digital Shed? Kind of, what has this journey been like? Because you seem like a marketer. You seem like a fellow like me, the way you very plainly put some of these concepts into practice, but maybe you just have a mind for it. I went and spent too much money in a school that I'm not sure taught me really anything. But what about you, Caleb? How have we gotten to this point?
Well, awesome. I didn't know I was connecting so well with a fellow marketer. So we could talk a long time about marketing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, like, to me, it's all about sales, right? And the whole part about sales is it's not something that people will say, hey, there's a natural salesman, and I don't agree with that. I agree. I think that it's something that has to be learned. It has to be learned with intention.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a lot of trial and error, and so you don't do it unless you actually get out there and start putting in the reps.
Yep.
Right. Same thing with marketing. Like marketing and sales, again, they're two different skills. It takes two different types of frame of mind to be able to do either or. But same thing there. Like marketing, it's if you're going to speak a message out there, it's got to be a message that is clear, right? Like, before you start, like, what's the clear action that's got to be that I think should be the best approach for someone to take the next step. And then, like, you got to start with that, and then that's where you start building your marketing around, so the message can bring it to that level, right? So yeah, I mean, that's I didn't go to school for marketing or sales. It was literally just something that I was growing a business, and I had to get good at it, and started just reading a bunch of books, learning. I mean, literally, like, reading as many books as I could put my hands on, audio books, just textbooks. I mean, not textbooks, but just just book in hand.
Yeah.
It's
Physical
getting
book.
less. It's getting less these days.
But type of book. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Old school book. That's the word. There you go. That's what we should talk about. Old school books. But yeah, but like, just like it's just part of the whole learning phase, and then really, you can do all that learning, but really putting it out there and testing it out there and just seeing how it sticks, right? Is it working? So I've had many failed attempts and other things. The shed part came up into our area, and they were looking for a shed dealer. So I was right in a transition phase, and I thought, you know what? I think this is going to be an interesting challenge. I want to try this. So I was like, well, I'd like to be a dealer, right? So I went ahead and applied for it, and they granted me the dealer rights, and I was able to set up a dealer. And yeah, I just started applying my marketing and sales skills to that, and testing it, and trying this and that and the other, and like A/B testing scripts, and A/B testing phone scripts, emails, even the approach on how what I'm doing at the lot. Anyways, one thing led to another. I got 3 lots now that I've been up to this point have been running solo by myself, and the lots are 5 hours driving distance from one to the other. So I'm not there every week at every lot. I kind of stagger my time there. So I've done a lot of remote type setups where like, if you want to meet me here, let's set up a day and time, and we can do that. And yeah, sales happen, sales work. People will send deposits even though we've never met. But I don't promote the remote sales part. I think it's also great and good. I'm just promoting just a part of sales in itself. So whether it's at the lot and what you're doing there, it's no different than what I have to do sometimes from the office.
Yeah.
So just applying it across all spectrums.
Yeah. How do you translate that experience? Right. I think that is ultimately what marketers try to do, right? You try to capture whatever that feeling. Obviously you want the customer to be in the right frame of mind, be in the buying mood, right? You want to capture their feelings really around what that buying process would look like. And I think one of the most underrated or under talked about maybe things about marketing is, I feel like what makes you a good marketer is the same type of qualities that make you a good entrepreneur, which is like a high tolerance for failure.
Yep.
Right? Because
Yep.
a lot of things don't work, but you have to A/B test. You have to continue to evaluate. You have to sharpen the sword, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, you can't be afraid of failure. Like it's going to happen, right? So yeah, 100%.
But one of the things, so have you, just as you were talking there, I mean, it sounds like you came into this seasoned in some way. Do you mind to tell us kind of, had you been doing, sales and marketing kind of previous to jumping into sheds, or?
Yeah. So like I had a business that I was doing there for a while that I was actually helping businesses with marketing. Especially like even into like email marketing. It was something I created on my own business here, and I was just offering the services to others. So yeah, like in that space there, I had to like find a customer and had to get them results, and then it had to be good, and so like that was where building websites, landing pages, lead forms, and just all the whole funnel structure of like what happens right when leads do come in, and how we channel them through. So I've tested several different things, whether it was a physical product or a digital product, or even a like a service, right? So I had a drafting business for a while where we were doing like structural steel drawings.
Oh yeah.
And and so like but I had to build a team of people to get that to happen, and then had to find the customers to bring them in, and yeah, and it was good for a time. It was actually really good before COVID came full bore, but it seemed like a time at that point to switch over. So yeah, it's been in that growth phase, I would say, ever since 2015. I've been dabbling into the online marketing space.
Yeah, well, I can tell you're comfortable with it. You have great presentation in your videos. You do a very good job of delivery on all of your messages. But that maybe in that sort of lead funnel process is a good place to start, because I was particularly impressed by, and these are the type of things that I try to advocate for here on the podcast. There's always this debate. In fact, I think just this week, there was a poll on Shed Sales Professionals that was something to the effect of Facebook leads versus Google leads. And it feels like every 2 or 3 months, kind of a version of the same question comes up. And, what I always try to say is you don't want to, yes, Google leads are better, higher response leads because those folks have intentionality within the nature of what they are actually doing on the internet. They are searching specifically for something that is on the top of their mind. So they're much more likely to be intentional buyers. Whenever you're doing the disruptive style, now you could argue that marketplace actually is in between there, right? I think a lot of people use it for entertainment. I know that I do, right? But at least there is some version of intentionality. Even though you are scrolling, you are looking at certain things, and specifically if you type in shed, or sheds for sale, you're effectively conducting a Google search. Just you're doing it through Facebook Marketplace. So one of the things that I really liked, Caleb, and I'll just give you the floor because I thought that right from your approach to the listing all the way through to the I think you called it a, oh gosh, I tried to write down a quote request confirmation. Am I saying that right? Like you're sending an email that is actually confirming the details of what they say they wanted, because as we know, some are bots, some are people just whatever. And so maybe kind of walk me through, because what I found in the way that you talked about it was that you're being so you are being intentional in making the customer be intentional, right? Like you want them to come to you slowly. You may have to pull them a little more than you do with a Google lead, but talk me through your thought process there, man.
Are you a dealer who sells multiple products at your shed lot? Are you tired of sifting through clunky or overcomplicated softwares to simply sell a product? If so, it's time to call Cal. Consumer Aligned Logistics is the affordable, simplified, and scalable solution for your shed, carport, or even RTO company. We are partnered with Idea Room and Shed Pro for configurators and have multiple RTO partners to choose from JMag to Heartland to Shed Geek Rentals and Scott's RTO. And if your partner isn't listed here, just ask. We are happy to add more. Give us a call at 425-359-3279 or visit calcanhelp.com. That's CALCANHELP.com.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, seriously, I could talk about this all day long. So, but I want to get something right out the gate. There's so many different types of buyers, different kinds of stages. So it's not a one size fits all. So when somebody shows up and they're ready to buy, like, let them buy. Like, I don't care what we talk about from this point forward. And this is like, industry standard. This is like 3%. There's 3% of the people, whether they show up to the lot, call you on the phone, that are going to be ready to buy, right? So forget anything else that's like systemized, whatever. Just like take that credit card deposit or whatever they have there and get them an order and get them going, right? I've been that type of buyer before. I've showed up somewheres and like, I just want to buy this thing, like, can I get it to the pickup as quick as possible? And so I know what it feels like. But I've also been the other type of buyer where, like, right now we're looking for a van, and we're just kind of like, we got a family of 5 children. So we're looking for, we need a van. We want something that's going to be good. And anyway, so I'm kind of in this like exploratory stage. I don't want somebody just calling me, texting me, and blasting me with all kinds of stuff right now. I don't, right? So we have to like take it from all sides. So I want to get that out of the door first, just to say that.
Make the sale. Do not send the person who wants to give you money, unnecessary communications. Take their credit card number.
Don't make them go through any more hoops, right? Like, and it's like, you're going to serve them better by just here's okay, deposit here, here's the work order, signed, boom, we got your delivery scheduled. Let's do it, right?
Yep. Just do it. Yep.
So, anyways, but yeah. So that being said, so like where what's happening out here, all in the landscape, right? So like I said, we have digital shed. I strategically called it digital shed because like this is a digital storefront that we're facing in today's world. And we just got to accept that fact. people are on their phones scrolling things. That's where they're finding their answers. That they're going to Chat GPT. They're going to Google. That's where people are living. And right. So it's a digital world. Let's just face the reality we got to be in the digital space. So how are we showing up in that nature, right? So like we can talk about all kinds of ways that we call top of funnel. Where are people seeing you from first? Yep. And from that point forward, where are we taking them through? So the most important part of all this is every interaction somebody has is it has to be super crystal clear of the message and what they need to do next. All right. So you mentioned marketplace. All right. So just to walk us through that a little bit here, let's say, like leads are happening in marketplace, and I hear this a lot with other shed dealers. I talk to several of them, and marketplace isn't a good place for leads. They get poor quality leads, and all of a sudden I'll get somebody say, I get all my best leads from marketplace, right? So I look at marketplace as a way of like, that's where people are searching and looking. Might as well use it, right? Yep. So instead of saying it doesn't work, I like to rather say, no, how can I systemize marketplace so that it works for me? So it works for I can serve them. My motto is for marketplaces, I need to get them off of marketplace as quick as possible. Okay. And I'm not going to force them.
Stop the search, right? Because on marketplace, they're going to continue to be inundated with another 8 sheds. You flick your thumb one time and 8 more sheds have passed, right? Like get them into a communication funnel, right? That you can actually control. And okay, keep going. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to add flavor here, add color.
Yeah. No, absolutely. You can as much as you want. That's perfect. Yeah. So marketplace, like that, you have to like add a little bit of friction sometimes, because sometimes they are just going to be tire kickers. Like the sentiment that every shed dealer is going to laugh at is, oh, here's another message that says, is this still available? Right? Like we all groan, like when you got 50 of those to face, right? So we can go really deep into just that in itself. And we don't want to spend our time here on this one thing.
I don't know. Caleb, I'm just being honest. Like this is something that people like, it infuriates people. I mean, like, just, do you mind to just talk me through like what your approach to is this still available? Like, what are you saying? What's your approach?
Yeah. Okay. So like, again, so we got to systemize our actions, right? So what I say here now is like, can I teach somebody else to do exactly the same thing, or can I teach myself to do the same thing? So my message now, we're going to talk about now forward, it's going to be in that level. It's like, this is teachable. It's also scalable, and it's also without confusion. All right. So, and again, A/B testing, this is definitely a way to go. Right. So like in our area, we have lots of like far deliveries. Okay. So people pay for delivery fees because it goes outside of the area. Mm-hmm. But this could work for here, and it could work for people where they don't have delivery fees. But one thing you can say is, this is still available. Where do you need delivery? Right? Instantly, that's going to offend somebody if they're not very interested. I don't know if offend, but they're going to be disinterested. Right. But if somebody who is interested, they're going to be okay to say where it's going. Right? So in that question right there, you've took somebody who's a tire kicker who doesn't respond, and I don't need to worry about them anymore, to somebody now who responds, and like, that's another layer of a bit more interest. All right. Just adding that one simple question. I was like, oh, I didn't mean, because they'll get this, like, I didn't mean to hit that button, hit it by accident. Okay, perfect.
Okay. No worries.
I don't. So again, and the caveat before I even start with this is, the thing that we have to remember is we're so limited on time. Like, time is if you can control time, you've got a winning game, right? So we don't want to spend time with people who are not interested. Okay. We want them to be in our funnel, other places where they can learn more things. Absolutely. Check out your website, and maybe you got a brochure, whatever. Absolutely. But if they're not in the stage of wanting to communicate yet, let's not try to keep doing things there. Let's talk. So I'm always in every step, who is responding and who is replying with certain types of replies. And then it's worth stopping what I'm doing. All right. So is it still available? Where's your delivery location? And okay, fine, we get delivery location. Well, now we're gonna keep that conversation going. And again, remember, my motto is get them off of marketplace as soon as I realize that there's somebody who's interested. All right, a full on interest.
Right.
So
now, are you using the third? are you using a third party, or you have the sort of the auto reply just
You
set
can't
right into your Facebook?
you can't do auto reply on personal Facebook. So Marketplace is only a personal posting, personal account, and you can't connect third party tools to it. So it is a grueling manual task. It's got to happen,
Yep.
but it's necessary, right? So I mean, this is only just one layer. Like there's many more of other channels, but let's just focus on Marketplace for
Sure,
now,
sure.
right? So now when we know that they're replying back to us and they we can tell that they have genuine interest, right? They might be asking for payment plans, or they might be asking for the price of a building. Well, I don't like to give them the price of a building. All right. I don't like to do it, not on Marketplace. I will, but I want to make sure that we're talking to somebody who's got full on more interest. All right. And that some people listening to this be like, oh, but there's the, like they want to know the prices of things. Yeah, absolutely. Well, the funny thing is they can see the price of the shed, the one that they might even be talking about in the thing. So
Right.
they can see it, right?
Right.
So I like to kind of keep a little hidden thing, like well, what is the price? Yeah, absolutely. I'll let you know what the price is. What's your intended use for the building? Because here's the challenge: when you just start throwing prices out there, they might be needing a building that's got a garage door because they got a side by side,
Yep.
and you're talking about one that's got double doors. So why spend any more time on that one with double doors when we need to be more on the garage styles, right?
Or throw a price out there that then instantly doesn't match whatever their genuine need is. So somebody else has come in, $500, $600, $800 below you, but you're unwittingly you are sitting here quoting different sheds, right? I mean, this happens
Exactly.
all
But no, like
all the
you could
time.
be quoted, you could be putting a price out there for a $6,000 shed when in reality they need a $15,000 one, and that jump is like not really cool, right?
Yep.
So okay, so they need a side by side. Oh, okay, so you need something with a garage door. And again, all these messages are totally intentional. We don't put in any more than one question. Like when we respond to somebody, reply, we always end with a question, right?
Yep.
So this one here comes with a garage door. Would that work for you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that works
doesn't
for
have to
me.
be a deep, yeah, you're not looking for some deeply introspective question. You're literally looking for the
Yep.
social contract that people have, which is when somebody asks an almost rhetorical question, you reply with, yeah, that does sound good.
Yeah, exactly. So like this one has a garage door. Would that work for you? Yeah, that'd be great. Awesome. Would you need any? And then now it's like, type again. Would you need any windows to let in natural light? And at this point, I'm thinking, do I have one in inventory that's close to their area that would work for them? Because right now, I'm not quite sure if it's going to be custom or an inventory, right? So
Right.
now that we've got this figured out, and then okay, perfect. And then again, it's like, how soon are you looking to get into a building like this? Oh, I would like one like as soon as possible. Oh, okay. So like now we got to think more like inventory. Okay. So I got one here. How about this one? So I might take a screenshot, put it in here. Hey, there's this one here, garage door, it's got windows, but it doesn't have the color you want. Is this something that would work for you? No, I really want the color that I want. Oh, okay. Well, can you wait for 3 or 4 weeks? Anyways, you get the point.
Yep. Got to work your way
But
all the way.
now once we've gathered this data, we're talking about a barn roof, we've got a garage door, we've got windows, and it can be custom. Then it's like, all right, I've got a design put together with preliminary pricing. What email address should I send this to? Right?
Yeah.
Boom. Now this pulls them off of Facebook.
Yep.
All right. So we pull them off, we put them into our CRM. That takes them right into our funnel. And now we can communicate from that point forward in further depth.
In an automated way, or a way that can start to be more time efficient. Like you're saying,
Absolutely.
you're sitting here typing, and even if you have a matrix or almost a spreadsheet, right, that's kind of telling you how you want to handle that conversation, you're still putting it in. And so get them into a system that then allows you to have more of that functionality and start to save a little bit of time.
Yeah, and so like my approach has been, I've tried in both ways. Don't go straight to quote. So I tell them I got preliminary pricing. What email can I send this to? And I really like, I've tried this several ways. Keeping this super simple is like it has worked so well. Like I'm not going to go back. All right. Uh, I kind of was playing around with a bit of just trying to see if I could come up with a quote style thing that I could share, maybe possibly a screen share. I don't know if you wanted to do that or not, but I'm not going to do it because it can expose somebody of their quote. That's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is when we put quotes out there, it all is like, could be a lot of information and can be very confusing. All right. And I look at it more as like, no, let's do it like super simple. Like this price, this is the bullet points, boom, interested or not interested.
Yeah.
Right. And,
this is kind of, not to cut you off, Caleb, but this is actually, you showed one of those on one of the videos that you did on Shed Sales Professionals, correct? With the gray building where you're doing that sort of,
absolutely.
That confirmation of those details, like a preliminary, just as you're saying.
Yep.
Just want to confirm that everything, all the conversation we've had to this point, I'm just confirming with you that all that's correct. And then you're also attaching the rendered drawing, you're attaching a floor plan, and you're attaching, there's like a third attachment.
Just like the pricing of the options.
Yeah. And so, I thought that was just so fantastic. Again, right? Like, this is, you talk about trust building, are you technically moving that person, like how many slots do you feel like you have in a funnel? Are you technically moving that person anywhere, just by confirming things that you kind of already know? No. But what you're doing is you are giving them the confirmation that you are a trustworthy person who is always going to confirm the details of whatever their order is, right? Like, these are all like, kind of subliminal psychological things that happen with humans. It feels good to that person. It doesn't feel like anything is wasted to them, right? You just sent them basically saying, hey, I heard you. All those things that we said, even if it originated over on Facebook, right? It originated over there, and I have now compiled it over here. And I just want to confirm with you that I'm hearing everything that you're saying. Dude, that's awesome. And it's so simple. I mean, the one that you show in that video, and I would highly recommend anyone listening go back and review that video, because it's really good.
It's in the case study. Yep. Carry on.
Yeah, exactly. So go and review that video, because also the structure of that email is so, I mean, I presume, like you're saying, you now have them into, a system, an automated system. So I presume that is templated, but like, I mean, it feels like the look of it, the feel of it is that Caleb just took time to do every piece of that process. Is that, so tell me how much of that is templated, or how much of that is really you are kind of by hand, doing some of that?
If you're a regular listener of the Shed Geek podcast, you already know we've been talking a lot about changing dynamics in the shed industry and why diversification of product mix isn't optional anymore if you want to win in this business climate. That's why we're proud to introduce our exclusive providers in two categories that do exactly that: PlayMor swing sets and Striker hunting blinds. These are tall, eye-catching structures that grab the attention of adults and children alike as they pass by your shed lot. They create the feeling of anticipation and excitement in the customer, while offering an on-the-lot experience that can be much more interactive, with children testing out rock walls and slides while Dad climbs the bottom entry of a new hunting blind. All of this adds up to making your sales lot not just a place where the community goes for storage solutions, but a provider of all-around property solutions. And it doesn't hurt that these structures have much better margins and customer retention rates than traditional storage buildings. If you want to continue to evolve and succeed in this market moving forward, consider clicking on Striker or PlayMor's digital advertisement in the Shed Geek newsletter. Or just give them a call directly at 330-674-3900 and tell them the Shed Geek sent you. All new dealers who invest over $15,000 in inventory are eligible for free delivery, setup, and on-site training. PlayMor swing sets and Striker hunting blinds. They sell fun, and you can too.
Yeah. So no, that's right. So there is a template that I use. It's a snippet, it's called, and so that pops in there. and then basically just fill out the details. This is a utility or this is a barn roof style shed, a garage, I guess in this case, this is the size, and then the price is around this much, right? That's super important to not be so definite. So it's around this much. I just like to use, like 10.1K, right?
Yep.
And then it's like, is this what you had in mind? Question mark, right? If you
Again,
like,
am I hearing you right? Are we hearing each other?
yeah, 100%. And then do you want to see any changes to this? Let me know, and I can follow up with quote and delivery price details, right? So what I just said there was an intentional message. Even that last little part. Oh, price details for delivery. There might be some delivery to this too. Price details. I got to know what that is, right? So now that gives them the incentive to keep going with me. And this is like, seriously, like this is all happening through email. All right. And I want to get this out here too, is a lot of people tell me email doesn't work. Well, I'll tell you this much. Like I've built a almost $2 million sales on email has been my primary driver. And if you can get it set correctly, right, and you can start communicating there, it actually works very well. Combination with text. I also think text as well too, but the email it works out well too. So when that's set there, then what we want to do is we're going to put it into and send it to them, and we want one of 3 responses, and we're going to keep responding. We're going to keep following up with them until we get 1 of 3 responses. So they're going to get a text, they're going to get another email, and then they're going to be getting follow-ups, right? And it's just simply like, hey, did you want to make a change to that? Did you want to change the color? Let me know, and I can follow up with that quote. And so now what we're looking for, again, we're looking for a response. We're just looking for a reply, all right? So we're going about our day. We're doing our thing. We're on Facebook, Messenger. We're just going about our day as dealers. Well, as soon as I get a notification there's a reply, I'll stop Facebook instantly right now, because Facebook, I call it like, it's like cold traffic, and you got to work themselves up to bring them in. But when someone has come to this part of the funnel now and they've actually replied and said that, what they'll simply say is, a lot of times they'll say yes, reply with yes in an email, or they say, yes, that looks great. Boom. Well, now we go into the quote phase, and the quote phase is really now very simple. You pretty well got the building already designed. You've got everything together. Maybe the last details is, okay, now what's your full delivery address, right? So I can put it on the quote and whatever, just some more like final things. And then we go on to quote. So that's like that whole process to get to the quote. And then the same thing is now when they get a quote, they've gotten several emails from me at that point. When I send a text, when I send a quote out, it's like, hey, I sent that quote to your email. I do that because I want to make sure that they're not landing in their spam folder. They've gotten text from me before, so they recognize my number. And then we just follow up with them. Like, we have automation set in place, and we just follow up with them and just kind of keep working them, showing up, being top of mind. And we're waiting again for a reply. We want like, hey, you know what? We don't want this anymore. Leave me alone.
Yeah, right.
Or we're moving, or we don't need this anymore, or we bought from somebody else, or it's like, yeah, this actually looks pretty good. I'll be talking to my wife about this, or we'll go measure a property, or whatever. We can keep engaging with them through that channel, right? Until we get a deposit in place.
Yeah, and I think I think the key, and people kind of trash different methods, right? And email is like and it's been on the chopping block for however many years now, right? I mean, email has been dead 5 different times that I remember, and I haven't even been out of school that long, But here's the thing about email and your approach is that, from the minute that they receive an email from you, you are conducting business. You are not being promotional from second number 1, right?
Yep,
like you're the first thing that you're saying to them through email is directly correlated as a, hey, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you, however that lead came in, right? I've taken this information in. I just want to make sure that I'm hearing you correctly. Right? That's conducting business. That's the same thing. People who say email is dead, I'm always like, well, when when was the last time you did a $30,000 deal that didn't include an email? Right?
Yep.
When's the last time you did business that didn't include an email? Like, we scheduled this podcast, all
Through
via
an email.
email.
Yeah.
Right?
And like, where does your cell phone bill go to? An email. Where does your electrical bill go to? An email. Where does any important document go to? To an email, right?
Exactly.
So you guarantee people are checking their emails. Like they seriously are checking their emails. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And so approach it with that sort of, I just really like the informal. I mean, look, true cold email marketing, boy, that's a tough game, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like that's a tough game. But
That's not me.
no, yeah, no, that's a tough game there. But um that's not what you're proposing. You're proposing
Exactly.
take the approach that any of us would take with each other. I mean, we've corresponded, gosh, I don't know, 8 or 10 times and hadn't seen each other's faces until we got on this call, right?
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
and that's completely normal for everyone in the world. So just take that informal business approach that you take with colleagues and just take it with the customer, right? And
Yeah.
just say, hey, confirming the details. I mean, how many B2B emails go out that's just saying, hey, making sure I got this right. Here's the notes from our call. Does this look right?
Yeah.
That's half the emails in my inbox now that these
Yeah.
otters and Geminis are everywhere. So man, I think that is a great approach. And actually, my next bullet point there that I had was email usage, and you basically just walked all the way through it. So I think that's tremendous. One of the things, and we've already done our our 30 minutes. I try to keep Fridays
Uh,
a little bit shorter for those of you who are listening on drive time. We try to be a little conscious on Fridays and give you something that you can kind of listen to on the drive to or from work, and listen to the whole episode, rather than have to come back to it on your Saturday morning. But I do want to get to this because I think you have done the live calls, right? I mean, this is something that we see in other industries often. I mean, you can scroll through Facebook. It sounds like me and you are probably deep enough in the marketing and sales game that our algorithm is probably tuned in. But gosh, I see guys doing live sales calls for real estate, live sales calls for cars, right? Like
yeah.
whatever. And I really have enjoyed you had put out some live sales calls for sheds. And
Yeah.
that's great. So I guess number one, just kind of talk me through just a little bit of what your approach to content is, because you've been so good at it. And then maybe as a little bonus at the end, if you have any of those type of people that you like to watch that you can learn something from. I always find mostly it is the attitude, the demeanor, the cadence of someone's voice. You can start to hear just why someone is so successful just by the way they talk, not even what they say. And so
Mm.
anyway, give me a little insight into your mind when it comes to, because I think that's another one of these things that's very important for dealers to be thinking about, is what type of content are you putting out into the world, because that sales content is not only valuable for the Shed Sales Professionals page, and that's one of your customers watching you genuinely interact and care about a
Yeah.
customer that you had previously. That's fantastic. Let
Exactly.
everybody see. You don't think those real estate guys make more sales because people have seen their videos and they're like, oh man, these guys negotiate hard. But I tell you what, they're always fair. You know?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So anyway, tell me, just talk me through a little bit of that, because you seem to be very adept in it.
Yeah, yeah. So, again, there's another layer there too. Like even on the phone call side, right? So you got like a cold call, a call that comes in. They just seen your sign, your billboard. They don't know who you are. They call you, or
Right.
they intentionally. You've done marketing. You've done your marketing well, and like one of the things that I think is like again another to the success in the shed business is we really utilize that brochure. We have a top of funnel brochure, and the way that people can get the brochure, they get their name, phone number, and email. We send the brochure out to them. I'm going to get to the call. The only way I can do this is like
No, I
going
like it.
down
Hey, no, do the whole approach. Exactly.
going
Because
down this road here.
because you need those, not just touch points. We talk so much about touch points, but
Yeah,
you need those deliverables, right? At
exactly.
every point inside of your funnel. You need to have, and of course the top of funnel is basically, I mean, it's a giveaway. right?
Yep.
Most of them are giveaways until you actually get to the sale.
Well,
But you need those.
when you go to my my shed website, or you go to my lot, like, it doesn't take you long to realize I want you to grab the brochure, right? So if you're at the lot, you can just call the number and I'll text you the brochure, like boom, just like that. But you gotta put in your name, phone, or an email to do that. Anyways, so that's where the lead nurture starts, right? So when they get a brochure, we're going to follow up with you, with value added emails. Again, like something that you want to read. It's not like blast sale and 10% off and all this kind of stuff. No, it's like, it's totally relevant to what other people are doing. Hey, this person bought this shed. I don't go into all the details. After they've gotten that and they've been able to build, hey, you know what? I think I want to reach out to this guy, right? We got call to actions. Again, very clear, very, very simple call to action. And we want them to fill out a request form. And when they're ready, they will. And they do that, then we get notified that's been sent, and we call them right away. That's our like 60-second speed to lead. We don't do it on our brochure. We do it on our because now we know they've gone through the filter. This is somebody now who is even more interested. So now that call is, again, it's very scripted. I could teach this to somebody else, and I have taught it to somebody else, what to say on that call. It's a 5-minute call. It seriously is, and it's all just about, and they've already are familiar with me at this point, right? So that's a very good, simple call. I was on one yesterday, and the gentleman said, "Hey, I got to tell you," he says, like, the way I got to this point where I can get on this call with you, he says, I was impressed with every step of the way. And this is somebody I've never talked to before.
Clarity.
All right.
Clarity.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so anyway, so that call there, it's just like a 5-minute call. And if it's done right, and you've been able to handle and understand what they're looking for, everything from that point forward is all emails and text all the way to the deposits. And it doesn't matter if we're selling a $30,000 building or a $6,000 building, they'll be able to give their deposits through just text and email, right? Very seldom do we have to get back on another phone call. But it's just like asking them what they're all about. What are you looking for? What's your intended use? That's a huge one. Like, what is your intended use? We're not going to talk about any other building now until I know what you're going to use this for, right? Oh yeah, I want to use it for my vehicle. Oh, okay. Car or pickup? Pickup. Oh, now we're thinking of now we know what kind of length of building we're talking about. And then it's like, how soon are you looking to get into this building? Again, I want to really, like, how soon is this? Oh, my wife's been after me, ever since last year for our Christmas decorations are outside, and right. Oh, well, we got to make sure that you make you look like a hero, so you can get your shed out there and get those decorations put away.
Right.
So it's like, oh, we got one over here. Oh, but she wants one to match to the house color. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to just build one in, a custom. It's going to be 4 weeks, but we can get it to you. Anyways, that's how those calls are. And then again, I don't end the call with saying, I'm going to send you a quote. We probably talked about preliminary pricing. I say, I'm going to send you an email about what we just talked about. Yep. Have a look at it. Make sure it's what you had in mind. And if it is, give me a thumbs up or let me know if there needs to be any changes. Yep. And again, I'm back to that same email that I did coming from Marketplace. You see, we're talking about this whole funnel, Marketplace. Now we talked about a brochure, and there's even more layers we could talk about. We're out of time. But now we're coming down to the funnel, and now we have the systemized processes that we're doing as we get to that funnel, right?
Yep.
So once we're in there now, and now they've heard my voice, they've got my text, they've got my email, and now they know that they want to keep talking to me to find a solution.
And they understand the next step, right?
Yep.
There's
it's
clarity
very clear.
all the way.
Very clear next step.
I think simplicity, repeatability, and clarity are always going to win in sales, right? Like, it's just, keep it simple, as straightforward as you can, be able to repeat it and be clear, and that's part of what A/B testing is because a lot of times we, as the marketer, as the salesperson, right, we get a little too close. We're a little too far into the hen house, and we stop worrying about the foxes or whatever, right? But my point is we get a little too close to the situation and we forget about clarity sometimes, right? And so A/B testing is really a way to make sure that there is the least amount of friction possible, the most clarity, to that customer. And it's a way to double check yourself. Because if it was as easy as copy, then we just write a good piece of copy one time, right?
It's exactly.
Unlock the power of productivity with Cardinal Leasing.
Are you looking to elevate your business operations with top-tier equipment? Look no further than Cardinal Leasing. We offer a wide range of reliable and high-quality equipment tailored to meet your unique needs. Flexible leasing options. Whether you need short-term rentals or long-term solutions, our customizable leasing plans are designed to provide maximum flexibility and affordability. Conventional financing available. Cardinal Leasing also offers great conventional finance options for those of you that prefer that over-lease purchase options. Expert support. Our team of experienced professionals is here to guide you every step of the way, ensuring a seamless leasing experience. Boost efficiency. With our top-of-the-line equipment, you can enhance productivity, reduce downtime, and achieve your business goals faster. Why choose Cardinal Leasing? Competitive rates, exceptional customer service, hassle-free process, quick and easy approvals. Don't let outdated equipment hold you back. Partner with Cardinal Leasing today and take your business to the next level. Contact us now. Visit our website at equipment.cardinalleasing.us or call us at 618-803-4086 to get started.
I'm going to propose something to you here, Cord, and you can say yes or no, but something fun. Would you be interested in doing just a quick role play of a call that comes in cold that we've never talked before?
Yeah, sure.
3 minutes. All we need is 3 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm the one calling in.
Yeah. So you're the one calling in. All right. And so you're calling in. You're at the shed lot, and you see no one's there because it's a Saturday or it's who knows, maybe it's lunchtime and I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so you see the phone number, and you're calling in, and so you can call that number, and I'll pick it up, and we'll just have a conversation.
Okay. Boop 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 boop. Oh, bring.
Yep. Hello.
Hey, yeah, this is Cord Cook. I'm down here at the shed lot off of 127. I see it says that you're out of the office maybe till Tuesday. I think I'm looking for somebody named Caleb.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is Caleb here. How can I help?
Well, I was just my lawnmower has set out for too long, and honestly, it's starting to fade in the sun. And I like for it to look nice, and so I'm just kind of, I don't know what I really need. If I'm being honest with you, I'm not sure. How does it? How far do your shed set off the ground? How am I going to get it in there? To be honest with you, I just don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but I know that I need a riding lawnmower that is whatever. I think it's a 38-inch wide deck to be able to roll in that thing, and I don't know, maybe have some space to throw some stuff in there at Christmas or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. So your mower, that's going to be your primary use for the building, is your mower storage.
Yeah, definitely. That's the main objective here for sure.
Absolutely. Okay. So, and then the other storage here, is what do you feel like? Do you feel like that would be just like you're talking about hand bombing some more storage in, or you got like more wheels and stuff like that you're bringing in?
Well, I was thinking probably totes. My wife has so many totes, man. I don't even know where they start and they end anymore. She claims they're all labeled, but I haven't seen a label on any of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so totes and the mower. All right. So have you on the lot there? Is there like a style or size of shed that you see that would seem that would fit what you're looking for?
Well, I see this
size in mind.
Well, I see this kind of like a barn shaped one that has double doors on it. And I mean, I feel like those double doors would probably do me well enough. I guess I could maybe be talked into some kind of a roll up, and then having a man door. I don't know. I'm just not sure how far into this money wise I want to get, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. So what was the deck size of your mower?
It's a 38-inch deck.
Oh yeah, 38-inch. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Well, Yeah, double doors definitely it's gonna fit that because we got a 6 foot wide by 6 foot tall double doors. So your mower will easily be able to get in there, no trouble. And
You
yeah,
think
so
I'll
like
need will I need a ramp, or does this thing set low enough to the ground that I can just like sort of like drive it up into there?
yeah, well, I mean, it sits low enough to the ground, and you can take some rock or whatever if you want to build a ramp up. But
Right.
we definitely recommend getting a ramp put in place, which we can provide that for you as well. A
Okay.
ramp that you can just easily get your mower up in place,
Okay.
right?
Deal.
So you mentioned about the barn style roof there. So in your wife's totes. So are you familiar with that? We have lofts that come inside of these buildings.
I mean, I guess maybe I've heard that, but I'm just not. What does that look like?
Yeah, so like basically, it's a loft on the front and back side of the building, about 4 feet on the back, 4 feet on the front, and
Okay.
just allows you to just like take your totes and stuff and put it up there and just keeps things off the ground. Like, would that seem like something that'd work for you?
Yeah, that would be perfect, and it would probably allow me to have a shorter run on the shed if I'm doing it up there instead of trying to get a longer shed and stack. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the position of the shed will matter as far as when it comes to the door placement. Do you think a door on the end of the building is what would work for you, or do you want something on the side?
Well, I think I might need something on the side because I don't want to be walking around that mower deck, to get her totes in there. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, probably honestly, yeah, I'll walk through as well. And now that I'm thinking it through a little bit, if the doors are shut and it's Christmas, then I probably need at least a window so that when I'm walking in there, I've got a little bit of light. Yeah, you're making me think through this thing. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, a window to let a natural light is something that you would be interested in.
I think so.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so typically what we do when a door is on the side of the building, we typically take a window and put it on either side of the door. Just it makes it look aesthetically well. Like, would that be something that you think would work well for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. The
Okay.
more light, the better, especially if there's one of these loft things on either end.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talked about your mower deck width. What is the length of your mower?
Oh gosh, I kind of have to think about it. I suppose it's probably what, 4 feet long, probably 4.5. That's
Okay.
not something I've thought about a lot, but 4.5, 5 feet maybe. It's like a Husqvarna riding tractor. So
Okay.
yes,
Yep.
4.5 maybe.
Okay. Yeah. All right. No, that pretty well. I can pretty well get a good visualization here of what you're looking for. My other question to you is: do you have like a particular budget in mind?
Well, I mean, I don't know that I have a total dollar amount, but my general thought process would be to say that, I can afford, oh, I don't know, 250 or so a month. And if we could keep payments, I don't know if y'all do that, but if I could basically get on payments that were 250 a month and didn't run me anything over 4 years, I mean, do those numbers make sense for what a building costs?
Absolutely. Yeah. So it seems to me like getting a 10 by 16 lofted style shed barn would suit you really well. Like, because you can get your mower in on the side, you have room to walk in front and back, and then you'll be able to have your tote storage on either side, and it would keep your monthly payments in that price range.
Okay.
Right? Do you think
Yeah.
would you think a 10 by 16 would suit your purposes?
Yeah. Honestly, I think that would fit the backyard pretty well as well. We could set it off to the side of the deck there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Cord, you see the colors we have on the shed there, the different styles there. We have standard colors that would go well with this that we can offer. That's just included in the price. Do you have a color in mind? You want to match your house or anything
Well,
goes?
I see one out here that's already painted. Um, it's not quite white, but maybe a little off white taupe or something. It's got a
Okay.
dark roof on it. If I'm just being honest with you now, I mean, I don't know if this is meeting every specification, but I'd really rather get one sooner rather than later if you have it and it's not just completely garish and
Yeah.
mismatching.
Got it. So okay. So where would you need delivery?
Oh, right here in Paducah, Kentucky.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right.
It's a
So
long trip.
yeah. So we have one there. It's more of a beige color, but it's basically the same style of what you're describing, and we can get this delivered to you within 4 days.
Oh gosh,
All right.
that's fantastic. Yes.
Would that work for you?
Big time. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. My wife will love it.
Awesome. Well, let's make you the hero in this case, because we got to make sure she's happy.
Every now and then. That's right.
Yeah. So here's what I got, Cord. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send over the information on that building to you, just so you can see the color, see the details on it, and so that you can talk it over with your wife. I got your phone number here now that you called on, but what is a good email address I can send that to?
That would be Cord, CRD at Shed Geek Ball. Yeah. Right.
Got it. Okay. Just for playing sake. Yeah, we got it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And all right, so I got that. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna send that over to you. You have a look at it. You just give me a thumbs up if this is like what you have in mind, or if you want to make a change or you want to explore another option. Just let me know, and we can take care of you from there.
All right. Perfect. I will be looking for it. Thank you very much, Caleb.
Awesome. All right, Cord. Well, I'll be in touch, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks.
And scene. Hey, look, Caleb, like, hey, man, you've got your stuff. I was probably being a little chatty there, but honestly, if I'm buying something and it's Cord Cook buying it, I'm gonna be a little chatty with the salesperson because I know what it's like to be on the other end of a phone.
Yeah.
Whenever
see, it's so funny though, because like when you get someone calling in cold, like you'll get this happens quite a bit to me. It's like, yeah, I'm over here looking at your sheds, and how much does it cost?
Yeah, right.
Like you got like 20 different styles. So
you
don't want to make them feel bad, So you're just like, oh yeah. Is there a particular one that you do that interests you?
Right.
And at this point, I don't have his name yet. I don't know anything. So I tried to just like,
keep it. Yeah.
This one over here, this brown one over here. Oh, brown. Oh, the brown with windows there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And he says, how much does that one cost? Well, now this is like my cue. Okay. I didn't catch your name. Right.
Yeah. Right.
Like, reset. Yeah, John. Hey, John, how's it going? Hey,
yeah, let's reset. Let's get back to Caleb, man. Dude, I think you're doing a great job. I think that your approach is so straightforward and is so replicatable. And I mean, I said it to you off air, but I mean it to you on air too, which is you keep doing such a good job of delivering such practical advice to people. And somebody's going to want you to go out and run a region of of a company because there are lots of dealers out there who could use your advice and could use that kind of helping hand. And so, dude, I very much appreciate it. I had fun with you the whole time. Particularly had fun with you there right at the end with doing a little role play, which is always good, right? As salespeople, just break with reality every now and then and just do it. Put yourself through it. Put yourself through it and get your reps in. Like Caleb said, this is a game that requires reps. And you don't always want to take those reps whenever $18,000 shed is on the line, right? Like maybe take a rep, with a friend, with somebody you trust, with a colleague, with one of your fellow dealers, right? Take a rep with somebody else and just make sure you can work through every piece of that and be clear and be concise and always get back around to what Caleb did right there, which is, all right, that funnel keeps getting narrower, right? I've asked questions. Now you're getting into that standardized template. And now we are in money making time because the more people that we can get into that standardized template, now we're working the numbers. Now we're actually getting true conversion rates, right? So
absolutely. And you don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be afraid of bothering them because at that point they're expecting information from you. So don't be worried about sending them stuff.
Yeah. Totally. Well, Caleb, thank you so much for the conversation. I really appreciated it, and I've been happy to make your acquaintance, and I'd really like to continue to keep up some conversation and you're doing a great job, and I guess all I can say is keep it up. That's what we like to see at Shed Geek. Other people who are just out here beating the drum for good processes, good business, growing business in the shed industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate the opportunity.
No problem. All right, guys, that is the end of today's episode. We will see you next time on the Shed Geek Podcast.
Thanks again, Shed Pro, for being the Shed Geeks studio sponsor. If you need any more information about Shed Pro or about Shed Geek, just reach out. You can reach us by email at info@shedgeek.com or just go to our website, www.shedgeek.com, and submit a form with your information, and we'll be in contact right away. Thank you again for listening, as always, to today's episode of the Shed Geek Podcast. Thank you and have a blessed day.